Martin.
Well, I'm glad I caught you in. I thought you might be out assembling your winter wardrobe.
Winter wardrobe?
Yeah, surely your producer told you that it's very cold in Amsterdam this time of year. May I come in?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Have you, booked your flight yet?
No, actually this kind of things are taken care of at the last minute. I got your message. I was going to call you back.
Yeah, well, now we can talk in person. You don't have a copy of the script you're going to be shooting in Amsterdam, do you? I hear so many horror stories about changes. I'd love to see what you start with and then see the finished product.
No, I don't have one here. What was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, well, as I was, looking over my caseload this afternoon, a case just leapt out at me that I was going to give to an assistant. It's a fairly simple extradition procedure, but it involves a trip to Amsterdam. The situation is very flexible, so I could arrange it around your schedule. I thought I'd shoot over there and we could take in some of the sights.
Oh, well, that's really sweet of you, but I don't have a whole lot of free time when I'm shooting.
Well, they have to let you go home and eat. I'd settle for a couple of dinners.
I don't like to socialize when I'm working.
And when you are not working, do you still prefer not to socialize? I know there's no film, Victoria. I've given you every opportunity to tell me the truth. I don't know why you feel like you have to lie to me.
Mr. Jackson, so pleased that you got your parole.
Largely thanks to you.
Listen, I got you a place at the New Mission Inn Hotel. It's down the street until you find a place of your own.
Thanks a lot, Miss Wainwright. I really appreciate everything you've done.
Well, it was my pleasure. Congratulations. Aren't you going to join us, Julie? No, I'm sorry, Caroline. I have an important meeting with the district attorney. Oh, I thought you might want to fill Gus in on Alice. I've been telling Gus on the way back from the prison how much we've all grown to care about him. Oh, yes, she's a wonderful girl. I'll talk to you later. And congratulations.
Right. Thanks again.
You bet.
I meant it, Caroline. Thank you.
Well, you look more like your old self again when I saw you chin up. I don't know, maybe those awful fluorescent lights.
Maybe it was that old prison uniform.
Well.
Yeah. You know, when they told me I could just walk out, I got to tell you, I was a little,
Scared?
You know, although I thought it would be an adjustment, and maybe it will, I am really walking on in.
Well, there are bound to be things to get used to. I mean, the world's changed a lot in the last 6 years.
Yeah. Where's Alice?
Oh, she's home with Mr. Lockridge.
Did you tell her you found me? You tell her you found her father, that I'm back?
No.
Why not?
I just love the smell of Christmas trees.
Just the scent of evergreen always makes me... Oh, it brings back so many memories.
Oh, it's true. Isn't it weird how seeing something or smelling a certain smell can make you remember certain things? Huh. Do you think it's a bad idea if I got Bryan a Christmas tree?
Well, what do you think?
Well, he's so alone, and I don't think he's very happy. I think I might cheer him up. But I don't know, maybe it's too pushy.
Just do what you think is right, okay?
And if we have Pearl over, then maybe if Bryan sees his brother around Christmas, it would change things.
Well, that is a bit pushy, but it doesn't matter, because we're going to have Pearl anyway, no matter what Bryan thinks. Okay? What kind of memories do you have of Christmas?
Well, not at the hospital. They only have plastic trees. They were frightened somebody would start a fire on something.
Do you recall anything at all about Christmases spent with your father? Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle... Here you go, dear. Let's put that up there, okay? There you go. All right. Alice?
I was just remembering.
And did you?
I remember I was happy.
Well, you're right about almost everything. I did kill Madeline. But there's one thing, one detail that you left out that you couldn't have known.
What was that?
No one knew until now about the gun.
Look don't do anything crazy, Courtney, please.
Just think, isn't it, Pearl? That I'm crazy. That's what everybody's gonna think. Well, aren't you glad you didn't fall in love with me, Pearl? A killer? A mad woman?
I wish you hadn't told me. I wish that I didn't know. Look, we pushed you into this. There's no reason for it to go any further.
Wait. Oh, Brian. You think you're so clever. You think you've got it all figured out. Well, you're not exactly right about what happened.
Murder is murder.
I didn't murder my sister.
Okay, Courtney, listen to me. Put the gun down. The three of us can talk.
Shut up, Pearl. You two are going to stand here and listen to what really happened. I killed my sister, but I didn't murder her. I killed her because she was going to kill me.
Hey.
Hi.
Everything taken care of?
Yeah.
Alice left a little while ago.
I wasn't sure that Caroline had told Alice about Gus yet.
No. No, has Gus settled in?
Actually, I left him with Caroline.
I see.
She was very instrumental in getting him paroled. I thought maybe she'd like to catch him up about Alice.
Uh-huh. What do you think of Gus?
Have you met him?
Yeah. I'm asking the question.
I think very few men would have done as well as he did being in prison for that long.
Gus is a very powerful man. He was a prize fighter. A lot of people thought he could have been the best.
I think he needed more than physical stamina to come out as well as he did. There isn't a question in my mind that he was railroaded into prison. I mean, no one in that town would admit that a public servant could possibly be depraved enough to attack a young girl, so they used Gus as a scapegoat. No wonder Alice was institutionalized. Anyway, she's coming on pretty strong now. She's handling it well, and I think she inherited that from her father. Lionel, do you know anything about her mother?
Alice's mother?
Yeah, Ollie, Caroline's maid. I've talked to Gus about Alice a lot, and he never mentioned her.
Maybe there was some bad feelings.
It's just going to be so strange here this Christmas without Augusta.
Yeah.
And I know she's going to be thinking about you all through the holidays.
Julia, Augusta made her choice.
I'm sorry. I know she did. And I don't want to ruin your good spirits by talking.
Oh, you're not going to. Listen, it's going to be a festive Christmas. Really. When you're going to be here, Minx, Pearl, Jane, and Alice, I mean, you know the best thing about it? That we're going to be able to see this Christmas through Alice's eyes.
What about Caroline and Gus?
What about it?
Well, I thought maybe you'd invite Caroline for Jane's sake. And Gus is all alone, and his daughter is here, so I just thought that...
Yeah, I gotta think about it.
Unless it's too awkward for you with Caroline. I mean, now that you've cut off whatever it is that you started.
I'm not at all sure how things stand anymore, Julia. Well, I mean, Caroline has devoted so much time to Jane and Alice, and then... Well, you saw how determined she was to get Gus out on parole, so... I don't know how much time she has to devote to her personal life.
Well, Jane spends a lot of time by herself, and now that Gus is here, she doesn't have to be responsible for Alice anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, did I say something wrong?
No, all I know is that it hasn't been that long since Augusta left me. I don't want to set myself up for a loss like that.
Alice is still extremely fragile, Gus. Her years in the institution were very traumatic.
Do you want me to be with you when you tell her? You know, I liked what you said about us helping Alice, telling her together and everything, if you still want that.
Well, yes, I meant that, but I really think it might be better if I told Alice on my own.
What are you worried about, Caroline? Are you afraid that Alice is going to ask you too many questions? Or maybe I'm going to tell her that you're her mother? I promised you I wouldn't do that.
Well, thank you, Gus. Now, frankly, I'm concerned about creating a difficult situation for Mr. Lockridge.
But he's her guardian.
Well, he's become very attached to her.
Listen, no man competes with me for my daughter. Or is it more than just Alice we're talking about here?
So, you're saying that you killed your sister in self-defense?
Yes, and it's true. She had planned it. Even before we came to Santa Barbara, she had it all planned.
You're shaking, Courtney. What are you going to do with that, Madeline? Still haven't figured it out, have you? You've always been so naive. You make me sick.
Don't say that.
I mean it! You make me sick. You've always been such a saint. Why didn't you say that?
Madeline, what are you going to do?
I'm going to kill you!
No, Madeline, you wouldn't do that. You couldn't. This is just another one of your...
Shut up! I do not consider our inheritance a game, and I have no intention of sharing a penny of it.
Madeline, you can't. Everyone will know that you...
Everyone will know that I killed you out of self-defense.
No, they won't believe that.
They'll believe it. They'll believe it. They find your diary. I'm not ready to kill you just yet, Courtney. I really do have to express my gratitude to you. You see, I never would have come up with this idea all alone. One day, I happened to be reading your diary, and I happened to find a fascinating passage where you describe just how much you hate me. Here it is. She makes me feel so inferior, and I really believe she thrives on that. Sometimes I hate Madeleine so much, I could kill her. Here it is in your own handwriting. The rantings of a very disturbed young woman who's very capable of attacking her own sister. Oh, please! Stop it! You won't move me. The motive is right here. Now, let's just get on with this, okay? What's this? Look at this. He has stolen from my husband's mistress, Sheila. Exactly the sort of thing you would do. Clever touch, don't you think? Take it. Take it! Because that is the weapon you attacked me with, which left me no alternative but to shoot my poor, pathetic little sister. Goodbye, Courtney! Madeline, wake up!
It was David at the door. Her husband. And I saw him check her and realized that she was still alive. And when he ran out, I thought to get help. I ran. It was only later that I realized that he had left her to die. That's why I let the police take him in. That's why I let him stand trial. I was the one who struck Madeline, but he's the one who wanted her dead.
Why didn't you come to me? Why didn't you say something instead of living with her for so long?
You wouldn't believe me, Pearl. No one will.
I believe you now.
I did what Madeline said. I hated her, yes. But I didn't mean to kill her.
Where did you get this?
Warren made that when he was about 6 years old. I'll never forget that Christmas. Or at least he's coming home, huh?
Warren? It's coming back to stay or just for Christmas?
Well, I hope I can convince him to stay a while. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. Even if it just comes for Christmas, just to have at least one of the kids here anyway.
Yeah. And maybe this time next year you'll have a little somebody to share Christmas with, huh?
I'm working on it.
Are you? How is the prospective suitor?
Fine.
He doesn't mind the trips up to Santa Barbara?
Trips? No, he doesn't. Don't get cagey with me, Lockridge.
Well, I know how particular you are, Julia, so I figured it must be somebody special.
Well, you may not think so.
Oh, yeah? Then I do know the man.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I just said that you may not approve of my choice.
How could I not? I have total and complete confidence in your judgment. And we can leave it at that.
Thank you.
What's he like?
Lionel.
I'm not asking you what his name is or where he lives. I just want to know what kind of traits he has that appeal to you.
All right, he's witty, he's attractive, he's urbane. And he's actually very capable of being compassionate.
Capable?
Well, everybody doesn't necessarily see that side of him.
Oh. But you have?
Yes. I've also seen some of his less desirable traits.
Which are?
A little cynical and a little arrogant. Maybe a lot arrogant.
Well, is he dark? Is he blonde?
He's not quite dark. He's not quite blonde.
Well, I assume that he must be a professional man, Aaron. Well, come on, I would think you'd be bursting to tell me.
Well, I am. Actually, Lionel, I just don't know that I should.
You can trust me, Julia. So, I would think that you'd want somebody that you could come to when you got in trouble. Okay, I'm not gonna push you any further. You just do what you feel is right. Okay?
It's Mason.
What about Mason? Mason Capwell. You picked Mason Capwell to be the father of your child.
You didn't object when I just described him.
You're right. He is arrogant and cynical.
And he's also compassionate. You just haven't seen it.
Julia, he's still a Capwell. I don't care what you say.
He's been very good and patient about this whole thing. He made a very detailed arrangement and an agreement, and he gave me his word that he would not get involved in the child's life.
His word. Great. You know, a Mason Capwell's word. You going to believe that?
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have told you this.
No, I thank God you did, Julia. Look, you know something? You are as stubborn as Augustine. Now, what's it going to take to convince you to break off this
Drop it. I am not going to argue about this. I have made up my mind.
There must be plenty of acceptable men in Santa Barbara.
Mason is acceptable to me.
Yeah? Then I can only warn you that you are going to get hurt. He is C.C. Capwell's son, Julia. Watch every move he makes.
So you came all the way down from Santa Barbara to get me to admit to you that I lied about the film?
No, I was just wondering why, Tori. I thought we were developing a friendship. I enjoyed the time we spent together.
So did I, but I don't enjoy friends who set me up the way you just did.
Well, what choice did you give me?
I gave you a polite excuse. Most people accept that graciously and understand that I had my reasons.
Well, for some reason, I didn't accept it.
You know, that's what bothers me. That's what makes me feel that I have to keep my distance from you. I'm trying to get over my involvement with Cruz. We're both trying to get over people who were very important in our lives.
Exactly. I don't know about you, but I could use a little comfort.
Is that where it ends?
Well, who knows where it ends, Tori? That's not important now. Can it be that wrong for us to enjoy spending time together? You're that afraid of making contact?
No. I'm afraid of being hurt again.
What's going to happen now, Pearl?
Easy. Now, just sit down here, okay? I don't believe it.
That's the bullet the Madeleine shot?
Nothing is going to happen to you.
Oh, that confirms it, then. It's self-defense.
I can't prove it. I was all alone here in the room with Madeline.
No. Don't worry about this anymore now.
Pearl, I'm glad that I told you. I'm glad that it all came out. I don't know how much longer I could have lived with it.
That's an awful lot to be carrying around for a long time.
I want to go now. I feel like Madeline is here and that it all just happened.
Okay, come on. I'll walk you outside. You can get in the car and just wait there, okay?
I'm sorry that I put you through this, Courtney.
I'm very proud of you. It took a lot of courage to do what you did. Okay, wait outside. Okay?
You know what we have to do.
Keep our mouths shut, man. Try to live with us, else we're putting this young lady through hell. Look, I'm going to go take Courtney home. Thank you.
So, you plan to seclude yourself and become a hermit because of what happened with Cruz?
That isn't what I'm doing at all.
No?
No.
You came here from Santa Barbara, but you're not pursuing your career.
Who told you that?
Your beloved agent.
He's got quite a mouth. What else did he tell you?
He wants me to convince you to go back to work.
Sounds like Max, all right.
Yeah, well, he's interested in his bread and butter. I'm interested in you.
Okay, Mason, if you're interested in me, why don't you just let me handle this all by myself?
That's exactly what I said after Mary died. And instead of locking myself up in an apartment, as you have done, I turned to a bottle. It's the same principle, total avoidance. Tory, you can't deal with the loss by running away from it. I know, I made every mistake possible. I just don't want to see you do the same thing.
So then do you have some secret formula for instant happiness?
No, I tried with a Lily Light crusade that was anything but long-lasting.
Well, so what am I supposed to do?
Allow yourself to have some fun. Just enjoy life.
And that's all?
Well, it's not as simple as it sounds. You have to kind of force yourself at first.
So instead of drowning myself in the bottle, I should drown myself in happiness. What's the difference, Mason?
How long has it been since you were really happy? Can't remember, can you? If you just allow yourself to break the habit of being unhappy, it's a lot different from finding solace in a bottle, believe me.
Did it work for you?
Well, yeah. I think it did. Sometimes when you think you're just going through the motion, something real can happen inside. Something that's dormant wakes up. It happened for me in a situation that I thought had no future from the outset. I didn't want it to have a future. I have to get back to Santa Barbara. I have a meeting with one of the public defenders. But I shall return, and I promise you I'll give you a demonstration of my theory. No, I don't want to hear anything negative. You just give me a chance. If it doesn't work, you can toss me out on my ear or any other part of my anatomy that I may be too much of a gentleman to mention at the moment. There, you see? Starting to work already. That's just the beginning.
Oh, Lionel, it's beautiful.
How's meeting with Gus go?
Disturbing.
Oh, yeah? How so?
I thought he might give me a little more time to break the news to her.
Well, I guess he has the right. He is her father.
Well, I'm not denying that. But what if she's not ready yet, Lionel?
Well, I think you're over-dramatizing it, Caroline. Alice is a lot stronger than you give her credit for being.
But are we ready for it, you and I?
What do we have to do with Gus?
Well, maybe nothing. I'll go up and talk to her.
Alice is gone.
Where?
I'm not sure.
She wouldn't have gone to that restaurant, the Orient Express, would she? I mean, Gus could still be there.
Oh, let's see. She mentioned Bryan, said she wanted to get him. I know where she went.
Are you going to take Courtney home?
I did already. Is that where you sent the police?
I didn't talk to the police.
No, well, where'd you go?
Well, I went out walking on the beach, you know, thinking.
About Courtney?
About Courtney. About justice. Yeah, I was trying to figure out why I have this burning desire to see that justice is done.
You mean you don't know?
Yes, I do. You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize how abstract justice is. You know, sometimes it doesn't have to do anything at all with what is going on in life.
Courtney's life.
You know, Madeline put her through enough. She did a great job on her, and Courtney doesn't deserve to go through that kind of hell again.
I think you made the right decision.
Maybe, I don't know.
Will you give me your word on something? That what was said here today will never be repeated to anyone else.
You want me to sign a legal document to that effect?
I trust your word. You know, most people would say that something like this would bring two brothers closer together.
Yeah. Well, most people might. Tell you what, since we've closed up on this one, I want to get back to my typewriter. I want to get to work, all right? Got a lot of work to do.
Sure, kid.
Goodbye, Pearl.
You didn't call me Michael.
Nah, Pearl seems to fit you much better right now.
Oh, there's some mistake.
Oh, there's no mistake. You're Victoria Lane. I'd know you anywhere.
What? No, there's got to be.
Here.
What in the world? What is this?
A little sample to tide you over until I get back. Meyson. I just wanted to make sure that my friend arrived.
Oh, yes, he's here all right. Mason, this is crazy.
That's exactly what it's supposed to be.
I feel like I should invite over some little neighborhood tots or something.
I swear I heard a titter of laughter in that question.
You are impossible.
No question about it. Now, the ringmaster will be back in a couple of hours. By the way, how do you like chimpanzees?
Mason.
Kidding. I tried, but they're unionized now. They won't work at night. Enjoy. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I ruined your surprise.
What?
The flowers, they're beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know that they are not part of our deal, that we made a decision that there weren't going to be any romantic elements. However, I really appreciate the gesture.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm glad I did the right thing.
You do something so sweet, and then you act embarrassed.
I guess it's just my long-suppressed reticence coming to the surface.
Well, I think it's charming. Thank you. I'm going to go put these in water. No good.
I can't believe that you're my little girl. My little Alice. Look at you. You've grown up to be such a beautiful young lady.
Thank God, you're all right. I thought you were dead. I thought you were hurt.
Oh, no.
Well, why are you here? Why didn't you come see me? Why didn't you come tell
Honey,
me?
there was no way I could come to you until today.
Why not? Where were you?
There were reasons.
What reasons?
Look, honey, listen, I know this hasn't been easy for you. It hasn't been easy for me either. Why did you think I was hurt?
I just said it. I seem to think somebody hurt you. He shot you.
That's right. Do you remember why? Alice, I want you to think back, baby. I want you to remember the last time that you saw me. And tell me what you remember about it.
It was a policeman who shot you, wasn't it?
What else? No, come here. It's all right. It's all right. I'm here. I'm here, and no one is ever going to take me away from you again.
There were policemen. Lots of policemen, and they hit you and took you away.
But before the other policemen came, you remember what happened then?
The policeman, the first policeman, you were fighting with him, and he had a gun, and you shot him, or somehow the gun went off.
That's right. Well, that's why I couldn't come to you until today. Alice, all this time, I've been in prison. I've been in prison right up until today. Honey, do you remember why I was fighting with the policeman? What he did, what he was doing? No, come here.
Alice, sweetheart, you all right? Caroline and Lionel, this is my father. You never cease to amaze me.
Thank you.
Talking about your personality.
What, my lack of one?
No, the multiplicity of it. Self-aggrandizing one minute, self-deprecating the next, caustic, gentle.
I'm a veritable encyclopedia of emotions.
How can you be such a jerk one day and then such a nice guy the next?
Considering our agreement, you'd better be careful about assigning qualities to me that I don't possess.
I'm not talking about the agreement. You had a very busy day today and you took the time out to get me flowers. Can you deny that that was thoughtful?
Guilty as charged.
Did you have a busy court schedule?
No. As a matter of fact, I went down to Los Angeles.
Oh, no. You've got one of those boring cases that you have to commute for?
No, I went to see Victoria Lane.
Oh. All the way to Los Angeles. There must be more there than meets the eye.
No, she's just going through a very difficult period of adjustment. I thought maybe I could help.
No, you're not that considerate, Mason. I know there's more to it. Maybe more than you'd like to believe.
No, it's just that she's a very compassionate person. She has this inner strength, goodness about her.
Are you sure that you're describing Victoria? And not Mary? It's Mary, Mason.
Did Brian call to sleep?
No. And he's not going to.
He's not?
We both agreed that what you told us back there in the bungalow will never, ever be repeated to anyone else.
Oh, thank you, Pearl.
Hey, well, I mean, I think you should thank Brian a little bit, too, because it wasn't exactly an easy decision for him to make.
Pearl, what am I going to do if someone else realizes what Brian did? I mean, he was only in town for a short while.
No.
We figured it all out.
Sweetie, he put a lot of time and energy into this. I mean, in a way, it's his chosen field.
But what will I do if someone else accuses me?
I don't think anyone will. But even if they did, what you had to go through was a terrible ordeal. You've got to remember, Madeleine was the cause of this, not you. You're the victim.
Not her.
Pearl, what you're saying is very helpful. And it does make me feel a little bit better. But no matter how long I live or what happens in my life, I will never forget that horrible day.
I know.
Pearl, she was my sister. How could somebody so close, my own flesh and blood, hate me so much?
I wish to God I had an answer for you, Courtney.
Goodbye, Madeline.
Meison, I am having so much fun. You were right.
Was I?
Yes, I needed to start having some fun and to act a little bit silly, you know. I'm learning how to juggle.
Aren't we all?
What?
Nothing. It's a lame joke.
Well, I was hoping you would be here by now.
Well, actually, that's the reason I called. I'm unavoidably detained in Santa Barbara. I won't be able to make it down tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're missing a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, are you going to call again soon?
Of course.
When?
Tomorrow. I'll give you a call tomorrow. I have some things to work out. It's nothing to do with you, as it turns out. I'll talk to you soon. Another one here, please.
How is she?
She almost remembers. At least most of it.
I'm not so sure if that's good news.
No, I think she's ready. At least she knows that I didn't abandon her, and she finally fell asleep.
My poor Alice. I'm so sorry she's having to go through all of this.
I'm glad she had such a nice place to grow up in.
Well, Lionel has been a godsend to all of this.
How long have you known him?
Not long. I didn't meet him until after Alice had already moved in here.
Well, I think I'm going to head home. Can I give you a lift?
Lionel already offered.
I see.
Gus, I think it's important that we not allow our personal relationship to get in the way of what's best for Alice.
Or in the way of your relationship with Lockridge?
But my friendship with Lionel has nothing to do with this.
Oh, no? You seem pretty comfortable here to me. You know, you always did like this kind of place.
I am here because of Jane and Alice.
And the fact that Lockridge lives here has nothing to do with your sudden maternal instinct.
I have always cared about my daughter.
Yeah, that's why I had to raise Alice alone.
Gus, we have been through this. You were the one who insisted. And it was hard for me to admit, but she was better off with you. Do you think it was easy for me to keep away from her?
Uh-huh, yeah, I do.
Gus.
No, I should have known better than to be suckered in by you when you came in to see me.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You probably don't. You know, in all these years, and you probably haven't changed a bit. You come in and you talk about how the two of us are going to gently help Alice, gently break the news to her, right? And then how the two of us are going to help her pull through all of this. You paint pictures with pretty words and the way that you say them. And now I'm here, and you don't even want to know me.
I never meant for you to think.
No, it doesn't matter, Caroline. Now understand me. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here because I care about our daughter. I always have. I shot a man because I was protecting her. And so help me, I'd do it again before anything would happen to that little girl. Now, just as long as you stay out of the way of what's happening between me and my daughter, fine. But don't try to come between us.
I just did everything I could to get you out of prison, and you are threatening me?
No threats. Just don't try to come between me and Alice. You see, I know certain things about you I don't believe you want Lockridge to know.
What things?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Thought you got away with it. Guess again. Tell Alice I'll be back.
I'm Tom Brokaw. Reindeer, a symbol of Christmas, but in Lapland, a way of life, one that may have been destroyed by radioactivity from Chernobyl, tonight on NBC Nightly News.